What's up, guys? It's Kiara. If you're new, I hope you guys' day has been good so far. I can't complain about my day. My day has been pretty chill so far, so I'm not tripping. I hope you guys are staying safe in this weather because it's a hurricane coming. So make sure you get in a safe spot wherever you are. But I wanted to introduce like a new series called Open Conversations with Kiara. No, Open Conversations with Key. I don't even know my own title. Crazy. But yes. So let's just get into it. It's mainly gonna be me just reading from my Bible, open book. Okay, so grab your Bible if you want to join. Grab your devotional. We can share whatever it may be. Let's make this a interactive thing. But I'm not gonna say it's gonna be every day, but I would like to stay as consistent as possible for sure. So today's verse is Philippians chapter 1 verses 6, and I have the King James version, so that's what I'm reading from. Verses 6, being confident of this very thing, that he which hath begun a good work in you will perform it unto the day of Jesus Christ. So what resonated with me, because this resonated with me, is that God is always at work. God is always doing his part. Even when we feel like, see, there go the thunder. But even when we feel like it's just nothing's changing, nothing's progressing, nothing is happening in our lives, we're not at a place where we feel like we're content, where we feel like there is progress being made, whether you're trying to accomplish something, whether you're trying to get over something, whether you're grieving, whatever it may be, God is always at work. He's always doing his due diligence and making sure we're always being dependent on him too. Because we can get so caught up in trying to be in a certain place or accomplishing certain things at a certain time because that's what the world makes it or portrays it to be. Like everything should be happening at a certain time or at a certain age. We feel like that's where we should be at too. But I feel like once we hone in that we should be moving in God's timing and that nothing can throw us off because he already has a course written out for us. As long as we stay on that course and move at God's pace, there will be peace in the moments where we feel like God is not doing his work. And I've learned to go to God with my concerns. Go to him when I'm feeling like, okay, God, so how do you want me to move in this situation? Or what do you want me to learn in this situation? Whatever it may be, go to him with your concerns or how you're actually feeling. Be vulnerable with him, and shoot, I used to think vulnerability was weakness, you know what I mean? But it's a strength. It's letting anyone know or letting God know that you care. You're feeling something. You have these feelings and they are valid. There's nothing wrong with feeling the way you feel. It's not exclusive to want more. And also just be content or where you're at, or learn how to be still. Be still and let him do the work. But we also have to remember that we have to do our part too. God is always going to show up and do his part, but we also have to do our part and show up for him. Seek his face. Be in his presence. Read our word. Be fervent in our prayers. Do good deeds. Do those works. Show up for him. Showing up for him is showing up for yourself. That's the real self-care. And, you know, I also have to remind myself when I'm just in the worry state that I have to remember the evidence. I have to remember what God has brought me through, what he has carried me out of. You know, for example, when I was in college, and this is just one thing that God has showed up in my life. God has, for example, when I was in college, I had a very, very traumatic, bad accident to the point where my car was totaled. Airbag was out. The front end of my car was smushed in because I had spun into the median. But I was able to walk out of that car with no bruises, no scratches, no nothing. No physical evidence that I had been in a very bad accident. Car total, car through. The car was through, the car was done. I couldn't even drive it, like it was smoking. But I walked out of that car because of God, but God. Nothing but God. And like I said, that's just one way God has showed up for me. And when I look back at the evidence, how God has been working in my life, he has strategically put certain people in my life to uplift me, to treat me as family, like their own family when I just met them, to care for me, to pray for me, to make sure I'm good. So we have to remind ourselves that even though it's not tangible, we can't really physically see the work that God is and will be doing in our lives. It doesn't mean that he's not moving. It might not be at the pace you think or you expect, but God is moving in your life. And so we have to remember that evidence, so we can recenter our thoughts and know that he is good, he is holy, he is righteous. And God would never put you through and put you in a position where it's too unbearable. It might feel like it, I promise you, it might feel like it in the moment. But once you get out of it, you're going to be like, wow, the character development that you have curated, that God has placed upon you, is going to be worth it at the end. You're going to be an encourager to others. You're going to know how to perceive things a little bit differently when you go through something else in your life. So whether you're in your season of waiting, your season of where you feel like everything is just in the air, you don't have no clear answer, you're in the wilderness, you feel lonely, God is with you, and there's nothing that can separate us from his love. When I was in the shower the other day, for some reason when I'm in the shower, I don't know. It's just a time where I can be my most intimate self for some reason. It's odd to me. But I was just thinking about the future and thinking about, oh my gosh, like I have so much to do. There's so much that I feel like it's on my plate that I have to accomplish that I'm not doing in this time that I wanted to, or that I I gotta show up. I gotta show up for my family. I gotta show up for my people. I gotta show up for myself. And it's like, oh my God, where do I start? You know, and God was like, give it to me. Whatever you are worrying about, give it to me. Just give it all to me. I got it. I got it. God said, I have it. You know, this world, it can be so distracting, you know, and when we get on the social media, when we get on our phones, it could just turn us away from what really matters. And so it confirmed to me that God is only the real peace that I feel, the genuine peace. I can feel content and comfortable in His presence and when I seek His face. And I don't feel like I have to be someone that has to be my best self or has to show up and perform. So whatever you're at mentally, if you feel like you're mentally captive or you feel like you're just constantly in the battle, God is with you. He can be your fortress. God is that weapon. That prayer can be that weapon that He has gifted us. We have the privilege to go to Him, to seek His face, be in His presence, abide in His secret place, knowing that He will get us over that hump, over that obstacle. And so wherever you are, I hope and I pray that you're able to remember the evidence, remember what He has brought you out of so far, and how far He's going to take you. And that our end goal should always be to get to His kingdom, share His gospel, and seek His righteousness. And so I hope you guys will have a good rest of your day. Be safe in this weather. Don't be out here wilding out and trying to be outside, because you're going to get caught up in that hurricane. Now I'm just playing. No, but I hope you guys have a good rest of your day and that you enjoy the rest of your week. What's today? Today is Wednesday. You'll enjoy the rest of your week and you have a good weekend. I will see you in the next video.